Do you know if Greg is going to join us today?
You mean Gregory? Or
Yeah.
I didn't know. Just just asking in CPR. Well, no one is in.
Um, just for information, Sage want to release or wants to schedule the first Nautilus patch release for early next week.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know how it makes me happy about it. Like I too far from the release plan. No.
Did Greg shared any update regarding his work on integrating Rook into tautology?
Nope. There's a ticket in GitHub. Someone is working on some. Don't remember. It's called Rook Setup. I don't know if it's related to this task for Valve 73. And also there is an add task to set up Kubernetes cluster using Kube Spray. So it's still in the review process. Don't know. It's by some I don't know if it's related to Gregory's work.
I really don't know.
So I wanted to discuss some review process and testing tautology, but it seems like no one is joining from the CPO lab, and yeah, the problem is that just the review process is too long. It takes weeks just for one change. So then it's
You mean for GitHub pull requests or
yeah,
for
GitHub pull request to tautology. It's a big lab between the review and feedback. So when someone reviews, I do quick changes, but later I need to wait again a week or so. It's too long. It's absolutely acceptable. I don't know. How can we improve it? I know everyone has some other other activities and have no enough time.
Do you add reviewers in GitHub and they're just not responding, or?
It's responded, but when I make a change, no one is looking in it, and it takes a week until someone gets back, for example, on meeting and
Um, uh, GitHub now supports a feature that you can explicitly ask for a review of your pull request. It's a don't know a refresh sign next to the username right in the upper right corner of the reviews.
yeah, but it's I don't know what's happening. It's not probably guys do not see it, but anyway, the notification should comes to their mailboxes. Right, it's the
Yeah.
same notification, even if I submit some change or just answer or just pin it in comments, it should be in notification. So, but anyway, if I do a personal, it's one thing. Another thing is maybe some more audience wide for. So I need to point everyone, every possible guy who is.
Hmm. Add task to set up cube spray. I don't know. It needs to be some kind of habit to actually review pull requests and not just code on your own thing. If no one is really into also reviewing other pull requests, then it ends up being a pain and looks like you're just experiences.
For
So
example, see this situation when there I submitted a patch and a pull request and asked for review. For example, Zach. He is looking on my code and says, change something here and marks this PR as requested changes. But for example, he doesn't have any time for get back into it in nearest future. No one can clear the status of the reviewers that someone requested changes. No one else. So and the PR is blocked until someone removes this requires changes flag. Probably I'm not familiar with
look,
this, but this is
there
what the
is
problem.
some people can do that to clear the reviewers need changes flag.
How
Maybe
only you, or if you mark the changes, only you can clear this. Otherwise, I I can I can merge it just as is, but it's not kind of which is expected, and it's kind of very small changes which I already just applied in 30 minutes, but
can
got,
can you give me the link to the pull request?
okay. Let's check. Okay. For example, this.
Mm, 5 days ago, ping. Yeah, looks like you need to ping a bit more aggressive.
So, but this is a raw problem. It's just one of the case, and
Yeah, I know.
the bigger problem is people are not super active. Oh, I
Yeah,
can refresh. Just refreshed. Okay.
yeah, exactly. So now, uh,
Yeah, but it still requires a review from Zank. So yeah, okay.
yeah, but he got another email that his review got
Hmm.
outdated. So it might be a new incentive to actually look into your pull request. But yeah, um, do you
Yeah.
have a daily stand-up or only this one once per week?
What you mean daily stand-ups?
Do you have a tautology daily stand-up or is
Uh,
this is our
among
meeting?
No, we do not have this meeting. Ceph testing is only possibility to communicate with community, but almost none of the guys participating. Like one or two from the overall chat. It's even those. So it's
Then this one might be also a lever to get more incentive to actually look into others' work if you meet a bit more regularly, like actually pushing others to join the testing weekly. If no one is joining the testing weekly, then something is wrong. And I've never seen Zach in this meeting, for example.
ah okay, yeah. I have to
Or
been
did you?
um about half a year ago.
Yeah. And that is not a good sign.
Yeah, it's also not a good sign that, for example, today only we two are present, and
Yeah.
and the week ago only me and Yuri was on meeting,
Yeah. And
and a
this
week
is
ago and another weeks ago just only Gregory and me was on
this
meeting.
is not good. So I would propose to make leaving this meeting the exception instead of the other way around. And if everyone is on this meeting, then you automatically get better chance of getting reviews to your pull request.
Yeah, and for example, it was a time shift, but now it's Americans and European aligned already.
Yeah.
But I don't know why they didn't join it.
Yeah.
So maybe because of, I don't know, conferences, travels.
Yeah. But
Uh,
if you saw Zach half a year ago, then something is wrong.
he's busy, probably.
Yeah, and he's reviewing pull requests and not attending this call. So no, this is not good.
So, another question that I would discuss, but no one except of you. I don't know if you're familiar uh, with the system. So, and now when we are close to running some testing of tautology itself on PR. We need some suite that we can run in tautology in order to validate that tautology works itself. So I only saw that Smoke, suite named Smoke, is running on ECP. Probably it can be used.
So from the Ceph perspective, every test, every suite, every task may use a different API of tautology. So if you are modifying a tautology
No,
API, then
you are not right, because there is a part of code that is not changed, like workers, code of workers and schedulers, they
yeah,
are not
that's right.
changed.
Yeah, that's right.
So what we need to test is whole a chain of all parts of tautology if if it works with this change, because PR can affect any of these.
Yeah, I don't know.
So right now I'm able to just to run manually some script which I have, and it's not integrated in tautology itself, which is deploying tautology to OpenStack, to SUSE ECP cloud,
Hmm.
or to OVH,
That's
and I
great news.
and I can schedule a suite like a dummy. For now, it works only for Ubuntu, and for CentOS is not working right now because it requires some manually prepared images for uh, tautology. It doesn't. The problem is that it does not work with vanilla images, vanilla ISOs, and it requires some additional stuff. So maybe we can improve some tautology internals that can upload automatically the images and run like David David was saying that it requires to run some Ceph CM Ansible
Mm.
prior to have those images ready to use with tautology. So and it's not working right now with any of SUSE-based distros, because none of it is built in Shaman. So yeah, that's this support it's still in progress. Uh, like
Having
this.
having anything SUSE specific built in Shaman would be awesome. But if it's still not really yet available, then
Yeah. Anyway, there is a lot of code that is that has to be submitted from downstream tautology to upstream in order to run any of deep C specific stuff to be working. But now it's not. So yeah. Also, there's as you said that any that you can run on any version of tautology, and it's restricted by repo base. So now you only can run those branches that are sitting on the same repo. I mean, for example, if tautology is installed from Ceph, namespace or SUSE namespace. It's
That's
you,
too much in the intricacies of tautology.
yeah, it's one of the things that we can improve. To use different branches, to use different forks for tautology.
Is there any plan to support Python 3 in tautology at any point in time?
No, I discussed it several times. There is a patch sitting by someone in the past, submitted in the past, but it seems like it's too big to be merged at once. And I was going to start working on this gradually as soon as we have a CI for tautology itself. So as soon as we able to validate the PR test that it does not break any part of the tautology code, we can gradually make patches fixing different issues. So it can be executed both on Python 2 and Python 3.
Yeah.
And as soon as we finished all the porting of Python 3, we can probably drop support for Python 2.
Yeah, but if we are continuing to merge pull requests that introduce code that only support Python 2, then we will never finish with that.
Right. This is why we need additional. That we need additional checkers, or to see if the code is particular submitted code is at least at level of reviews level, so we can see that it's not kind of something that can be supported by Python 3. Also, we need to understand which version of Python 3 should we support. Is it Python 3.4 or 3.5 or 3.7? I don't know, 3.6. Which version of Python 3? Because they can be different by dependencies.
Yeah, 3.6 plus, for at least for Ceph itself. We're not going to support 3.5 for Ceph.
For example, if we are saying that we are supporting 3.6, it will not possible to install the tautology itself on the, for example, OpenSUSE 42.3. This is what I know, but what about the currently base version for Ubuntu?
They also all support 3.6.
Yeah, but the base system seems like it's 14.04. So it's probably not having 3.6. I don't know. We have to verify, because right now we do not, at least for downstream, we haven't tried even tried to run tautology on new version, because it can be like some other dependencies issues for Python 2.
Ubuntu 14.04, I think. It's really old. And
yeah, but this is what it is working. And
yeah. So getting tautology up to support
in
short, is a problem.
In short, we have plan, but if we continue to review PRs with 1 week interval or 2 weeks interval, it will probably not enough to make this happen.
Yeah, and the first thing is to actually increase the amount of people attending this call. And one of us should, or we should notify Greg or anyone or Ceph Devil that a number of attendees to this meeting is too small. I think that's the most important thing if we want to speed up development of tautology.
Mhm. Oh yeah, it's using Ubuntu 15, the latest version, and it has 3.5, Python 3.5.
Yeah.
So it's anyway, it's not 3.6. It's Xenial. Xenial has only this version.
Yeah. Do you want to send a mail to Ceph Devil or should I do that, or do we want to just mail Greg, or what do you think? I think
I
Greg is not here today. At least I didn't saw him in the CLT call. So Greg is
Yeah, maybe he's out just.
he's out, yeah.
Yeah,
But
but anyway, if he's out, why not other ones not in?
yes. Maybe we need to discuss it next time Greg is here.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. I think that's it. What I have.
Okay. Yeah, I saw the Kubernetes pull request and Rook pull request, and I'm quite happy that something is work in progress there. Okay, then see you
Sure.
and have a nice evening.
Have a nice evening. Bye, Sabin.
Bye.